Welcome everyone to the 80th part of the tutorial series. In the previous video, we talked about insert into statement. In this tutorial, we are going to look at null values in SQL. What is a null value? A field with a null value is a field with no value. If a field in a table is optional, it is possible to insert a new record or update a record without adding a value to this field. Then the field will be saved with a null value. Something to note here is a null value is different from a zero value because 0 is a value in SQL, or a field that contains spaces. Spaces are values in SQL. A field with a null value is one that has been left blank during record creation. For example, you are entering demographic data about maybe yourself or certain people, and then you discover that certain information is missing. Maybe at that point it doesn't exist or it's not available. For example, you have their names, their age, their gender, mobile number, you have address. Maybe some of them you don't have their addresses, so you define that field as optional, meaning certain information will miss out. So when entering the information, you are not going to enter data for those people having no addresses. That field will contain some null values. Now, how to test for null values? It is not possible to test for null values with comparison operators like the equal to, less than, not equal to, or greater than, because the fields are not set to be equal to null values. We will have to use the is null and is not null operators instead. Let's connect to our database. We open a new query editor. We change our working database. The is now syntax is written like select column names from table where the column is now. This is a syntax for the is now. The syntax for is not now is the same. The only different thing is that the is not now has not here. This one. So let's start with the first one, is now. Let's check our customer table. Visually, we can see that certain fields have got now values like region and facts. We've got the now values there, you can see. Now imagine you have thousands and thousands of data. It's so cumbersome to be checking manually. So you need is now operator to check for now values. We are going to say select, let's choose fields, customer ID, contact name, include city. Let's choose region and fax as well. From customers where, let's start with the region, where region is now. We close this like this. Let's include a comment. Let's check, we execute. We can see the region here. The region here contains now values. So we have filtered this table using the region. We are interested in those customers having their region as now. Those customers whose region were not specified when creating these records. So we are selecting the customer ID, contact name, city, region, fax from customers where the region is now. So this is the region containing now values. This one, or let's copy this one, we keep it down and then we delete this, execute. This one is retrieving all the customers. We have just reduced on the number of fields, but it's retrieving all the customers. Those having regions and those whose region were not recorded due to certain reasons. Maybe their region information wasn't available at that time, or something happened, or maybe they missed out. Then this one is filtering table only, giving us those customers whose regions were not recorded. This one. Okay, so let's check for fax. We change the region to fax. Execute. Same. We are interested in the fax because it's the one we are providing in the where clause. So in the fax here, we only have now values. So to check for emptiness or now values, we use is now. You might ask, can we use multiple columns? Let's try. Copy the same one. Remember the operators we use and. In one of the tutorials, we used and. So we say and region is now. Let's check. Yes, we can. We have retrieved only those customers whose fax number and region were not recorded. So we can use multiple columns. So always use is now to look for now values. Okay, so let's go to is not now. The is not now is the opposite of is now operator. If you want to get the opposite of is now, we use is not now. Is not now is going to give us information or records having no is now. Is not now. The is not now operator is used to test for non-empty values, not now values. It's the opposite of is now operator. So let's copy the first one, this one, we paste, we see that this one is giving us records having region now. Those customers whose region is now. So to get the opposite of this one, meaning we are going to get customers whose region was recorded when the data was being entered in the database table. So to do that, we are going to include not here, and then we check. We see that region is having values now. Let's paste that one again, and then we execute simultaneously. We have two results here. The first one is having now values. The second one is having values and not now values. So non-empty values. That's the difference. We are getting the opposite of is now, which is the first one, and then is not now, the second one. We check again, it's this one. Can we use more columns with is not now again? Let's try. We include and fax is not now. We execute. We can see we are getting non-empty values. These ones, they are non-empty. They are not empty. So is now checks for empty values or now values. Is not now checks for non-empty values. So we are saying a field with a now value is a field with no value. Spaces in SQL are values. 0 is a value. A now value is different from these two, the 0 and the space. A field with a now value is one that has been left blank during record creation. We have checked using is now, this is a syntax. Is not now, this is a syntax. We also checked how to check for now values and for not now values. This one and this one. Okay. For today we end here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. In the next video, we are going to be talking about update and delete statements in SQL. Thank you once again. Let's meet in the next video.